Are you starting to feel burnout creep in because of your endless tasks, scattered notes, and unreasonable workload? I've spent years refining how I use Notion, not just for note taking and tracking my to-dos and having a project planner, but truly as a game changer to reduce stress and streamline my work processes. By the end of this video, you will learn how Notion can assist you in ways that you probably never expected. From delegating tasks seamlessly all the way to using it as a tool to not only track your burnout symptoms, but alleviate them and recover from burnout altogether. So if that sounds interesting to you, I hope that you'll stick around and let's get into it. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Balanced Business Coach. Today is our final episode of the Notion series. We've covered tips to consider before you start using Notion, goal planning, project management, but today I want to show you how Notion can go so far beyond the basics. I want to explore how Notion can transform how you manage stress, prevent burnout, and improve your overall workflow. Before I use Notion, I would spend hours reorganizing my notes, trying to find what I wrote down. I would have to go back to the office some nights because I left something so important on my desk that I needed with me at home to finish a project or to get someone information who needed something in that moment, and it wasn't with me. It wasn't accessible. And then there was the other piece, which was workload and feeling like I have no idea how to prioritize everything, what to do next. I have no idea how to just make a decision right now. I felt paralyzed by making decisions because there were so many things to consider. So I want you to think about the last time that you've spent hours going through your notes, trying to remember what you need to do next, or feeling overwhelmed by everything on your plate. That is the kind of chaos that completely drains your energy and leads to burnout before you can even stop it from happening. But wouldn't it be amazing if there was something out there, a system, a tool that allowed you to prevent these things and be able to predict them before they even happened? Notion is not just for jotting down ideas or taking notes. It's about taking that information and allowing it to paint a picture for you, to give you information back that is going to be valuable for you to start making better decisions and operating your life more efficiently. Notion is a tool that helps you take back control over your life. Let me show you. One of the ways that I've used Notion with my clients is for team collaboration. You can assign tasks, you can create standard operating procedures, and you can even set up spaces where team members can comment or update statuses and add additional details about information or about tasks or projects that you're collaborating on. Instead of juggling a bunch of email threads or losing track of tasks, you can centralize your communication. Instead of needing to constantly check in with each other or schedule another meeting to get on the same page, Notion makes it easy for you to collaborate seamlessly. Anyone can look at the databases or the status updates at any point in time. You can get notifications for these things, and it just cuts down the back and forth tremendously. Instead of wasting time asking for project updates or providing project updates, anyone can access this information, and then you have more time and space to ideate, innovate, or move forward and progress in whatever it is that you're working on. No more micromanaging. We are focusing on bigger and better things because our collaboration is top tier. The delegation piece is also really important to note here because when you have a space that has all of the information about a task that you're working on or a project you're working on, it has all of the comments and the notes and the ideas and the sidebars and the documents, everything is stored in one place. It just makes it so much easier to pass things off to people, or if you are going to take a vacation or extended leave and someone else needs to step in, it can take so much time to just hand something off. It can take so much time to have to train someone or to have to think about all of the things that you need to tell them that are going to be important to know when it relates to whatever it is that you're delegating. So having a place where all of that information already exists, all of the history already exists, is going to prevent you from reworking, missing information, or having more overwhelm. Another way that Notion assisted me in preventing my burnout and the way that it helps my clients is by having a way to easily access information that you may not remember where you put it, or you don't necessarily know what you titled it, or when you even took that note, if the note is still even around, maybe it accidentally got thrown in the trash. All of that adds additional stress. Not only are you spending time looking for the note, and that's causing more stress because you don't have the time to actually do the task that you're trying to find the note for, but on the other side of this is the stress that we end up having when it's like, oh my gosh, what did I do with that note? What's going to happen if I can't find it? How am I going to get that information back? All of that puts so much pressure and stress and weight on our shoulders that we have to carry with us while we're just trying to do a simple task at hand. But what Notion allows you to do is have a powerful search function at your fingertips that allows you to instantly locate your notes, your ideas, your projects, which saves you so much time and frustration. It's honestly like having a personal assistant and an external hard drive in one place for free. Your brain is cleared of clutter and you know exactly where to go when you need to reference something, you need to find a note, you need to look at the history of something. It's all there at your fingertips. The next huge issue that Notion solved for me was the decision fatigue. Burnout has this ability to just give you such brain fog where you constantly feel like, what am I supposed to be doing? What should I be doing next? I just am almost frozen. But what Notion allows you to do is to take the guesswork out of your day. You're able to set up reminders. You can even have a Notion calendar, which I've referenced in some of the other videos. You can have automatic workflows that happen especially if you're doing something like a project or collaborating with other people, instead of having to constantly go in and review information or see where things are out, you can have a workflow that notifies you automatically or that does the next part of the process for you. You don't need to be wasting your energy on wondering, what am I supposed to do next? Having a system in Notion and using it as that extension and external hard drive of yourself frees up your headspace for more creativity, more strategic thinking. And overall, it just relieves that fog that just kind of hangs over you as like a dark cloud following you around. It's so annoying. The final benefit that I'm going to talk about today, and maybe even the most important benefit that I have gotten from using Notion as a tool to prevent burnout, is that it allows me to identify trends and track patterns. For example, I use it for myself and I use it for my clients to track where we're spending the most energy and time. One of the main things that I track during project management and task management is energy level. How much energy does it take for you to do a specific task? And the more we're able to identify how many high energy tasks you're doing, the more we're able to make better decisions about where we should be spending our time, if we should be delegating certain things, if there are processes that need to be put in place to alleviate some of that energy that you're spending, or if you need to take a different direction entirely. It also helps you identify how much time you're spending on individual tasks, on projects, and then you can start to identify trends if there's something that you're doing on a consistent basis. Maybe there's a specific task that you're doing regularly, and maybe you could save time by automating that task or by offloading that onto someone else to do on a regular basis so that you have more bandwidth and energy for other things. It also helps you know if you have a lot of high energy tasks coming up or a big project coming up, you can start to adjust your schedule and tweak it based on how you know you operate best. Not only are we looking at what your energy levels were, but we're also looking at how was your mood that week? How successful did you feel at the end of that? And starting to puzzle these different pieces together to create a solid picture of what is causing your burnout. Where are you getting stuck in the middle of the week? What is draining your energy the most? And then creating a plan of action to overcome those things, to alleviate overwhelm and increase your satisfaction within your job and your personal life. When I was burned out a couple of years ago, I was in a VP position at a very small company. I had a lot on my plate. There was so much to juggle, especially as I continued to move up the ranks. There was nothing that was being moved off of my plate. Everything was just being added, and it was so overwhelming. So the other thing that having this data allowed me to do was prove to my organization how much time I'm spending on everything, what tasks could be delegated to someone else, what could be automated, and what softwares or resources we could use to help me be more effective in my position. It also gave me reassurance that I wasn't crazy. And that was one of the biggest things for me personally, was not feeling like I was failing or like I just wasn't working hard enough. I had the evidence in front of me and the data to support the way I was feeling. I knew that I was burned out. I knew that I was stressed and overwhelmed. I knew that my workload was way too heavy for me to handle. But seeing everything that I was doing and being able to present that to other people and say, what do you think about this? Is this too much? Would you be able to handle this? What would you do differently? And having them validate, no, like you're doing way too much. You need to slow down. You need to offload some of that. That was so helpful for me in making my decision about how I overcame my burnout and what path I took to prevent that from happening again. Okay, so those are all of the main reasons that Notion has helped me tremendously not only overcome my burnout, but prevent it from happening going forward in myself and in my clients that I work with. If this video has resonated with you or anything I've said today is like, yes, you are speaking my language, I would love to gift you a free one-on-one, totally complimentary session with me. It's 45 minutes where we're able to break down where you want to go in life. What are the desires that you're having right now in work and in your personal life? And what is holding you back from that? Is it burnout? Is it competence? Is it you feeling unsure about which direction you want to go in? And then we will set a roadmap to get you closer to those desires and exactly what path you need to take or the steps that you can take in order to get what you want in life, personally and professionally. Consider this your reminder that it is possible to live a stress-free and balanced life. I have done it myself. I've helped other clients create this for themselves, and I would be so honored to help you do the same. So if you are interested in that free one-on-one session with me, the link is down below to schedule a time. Thank you so much for being here today and joining me on this Notion series as we bring it to a close. I want to thank everyone so much for all of the support and feedback that I've gotten always, but especially these last few weeks. It has meant so much to me to have you here. If you haven't already, please hit the like button so that I know that you enjoyed this video and would like to see more things like this. If you are new here, welcome to the Balanced Business Coach family. I am so happy to have you here. I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button so that you can stay along for the journey and we can stay connected. And if you would like to get notified every single time I post a new video, which is every single Monday and twice a month on Wednesdays, you can hit the bell icon and you will be the first to get notified of the new videos. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. Happy Halloween, and until next time, take care.